Okay, so YouTube has put a copyright on my Megan Thee Stallion commentary video. I was kind of a little shaky. I didn't know if it was going to work or not the way I did it. I pretty much was watching it and commentating on it as I'm looking at it for the first time. So it was my first initial reaction to the Megan Thee Stallion in Her Words documentary. So because of the copyright, I'm obviously gonna probably have to end up deleting those videos because there is no way for me to go and edit it. Or at least I'm not gonna take the time to edit it. I don't have the time to be able to do it like that. It's 3 different videos and they're almost like 30 minutes a piece. So I'm just gonna have to redo this and just give my thoughts on it without my reaction to it as I'm watching it. So the documentary was actually really good. I really say kudos to the person or the people who helped her put that together, because they did a really awesome job telling the story, using the anime style type visuals, as reenacting what she experienced, in different things throughout the years that she's been an up and coming artist. It was some things that I did not know about her from when she first started. I loved how we were able to see her interaction with her mom. And it's crazy that they had the footage from, after the fact of where, her having to keep going and keep working. That's what her mom wanted her to do. Keep going, keep working, because at the time that her mom passed, that actually was when her career really was like taking off. And you're watching the documentary and you're seeing her go through these different phases, like over as she's growing, and more demand for her is growing. Obviously, as an up-and-coming artist, you want to take those opportunities, but at the same time, she's still having to deal with the grief. But she didn't really fully get to deal with it, and it was sad to watch. And I was literally talking as I'm watching it, like, girl, you need a break. You need a break. You need a break. You could see her saying stuff to certain people around her, and they're like, hey, I only put on the schedule what you say yes to. If you know you need a break, you have time on your schedule, we can make it happen. But she still had things down the line that she agreed to. I just wish that she earlier, before it got to her breaking point, I wish that she would have stopped and taken a moment, because guess what? In the end, she ended up having to cancel her shows that she had scheduled in Australia for the first time. She ended up having to cancel those anyway, because she basically had a mental break and had to go on. Initially, it was supposed to be a 2-week break, but she ended up extending it to a month because she really needed that time. She went on a mental wellness retreat, and I think that was pretty awesome. She got all of the per her words, she said she got a lot of different type of therapies. And honestly, when she came back into the fold, you saw a different her, because it was just a complete difference. Let me think. The whole thing with the Tory thing, I felt so aggravated about it because of how people were treating her. And I'm like, y'all, at the end of the day, the way I took it as this stuff is going on, I saw the video from, where she was when the cops arrived on the scene. So obviously something happened. I knew that the people who were in the vehicle, they were purposely not talking for a reason. But I felt like she obviously lied at first, but she was lying to protect him. However, once they came back in, when you're at the hospital and they know that something is related to a gun, the police was already there, because they kind of had probably like a little like something else was going on here. And guess what? Once they come back with those results, she can't lie anymore. She can't lie anymore. She had bullet fragments in her feet. The x-ray showed it. The medical documentation would show that. The cops have to investigate. She didn't even sue him. The DA's office picked up the case and pursued it. He's not an American citizen. So if you have this person from a different country, or is Canada? Yeah, Canada is considered, it ain't the US. But they have to investigate that. They have to. I think it was really sucky how someone that is supposed to be so close to her, I don't care how mad I am at you, once something progresses to the point of where he took the gun and shot at you, all bets are off, because see, now you done took it too far. Calling Kelsey, trying to save face. I shouldn't have did that. I did whatever. Like I said, and I'll say it again, he got that short man, angry man syndrome, obviously. And we've seen him physically go off on other people. I think August Alsina. It's been some other situations with that man. And that's not, I'm not making that up. That's just stuff that you've seen online. It is what it is. So I just thought it was really messed up how Kelsey is supposed to be her backbone, her ride or die, her support system. And you taking on the role as the personal assistant, not necessarily the manager, but just kind of helping her along the way. And you pretty much turned your back on her. Well, I'll put it to you this way. When she found out, she said when she found out that you met with him in secret after the fact, that's when she was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, you want some snake type stuff, I'm gonna have to block you out. And I think once that happened, that is when Kelsey just completely went off the deep end, because at this point, you done messed up your stuff, girl. You literally had someone, your bestie, she's making it big in the industry. You messed up your money. You know what I'm saying? As a best friend, you messed up supposed to be a really good friendship. You said y'all like sisters. So you really, really just kind of just threw it away over God knows what. We still don't really know, because I feel like, Kelsey, you lying. You just saying whatever you got to say to make yourself look good. He's doing the same. And Megan, she was lying. Okay, whatever. That's her prerogative. If she felt like she didn't want to share that information about her sleeping with him, because obviously it wasn't no big deal for her. Obviously, they weren't in a relationship with each other. It was just, we kind of mess around here and there, whatever, And she even said it maybe, on some nights where, we was, drinking a lot, and I just wanted to sleep with the guy. I just wanted to sleep with somebody. I felt comfortable with him. I slept with him. Whatever. It was nothing major. But I just think it was really jacked up how Kelsey did her. And the way that the media, not even just the media, but a lot of people were just like, and they were able to show all the different clips, and I'm glad they did that. But for y'all to take it so far as, some people even saying that he should have, aimed higher, or, saying stuff like that, that's very hateful, and that's just, it's terrible. Like, what's wrong with y'all? It is never that serious. That man is in jail. It's not because she put him there. The DA's office, they are the ones who pursued this case against him, because she was a part of what happened to bring this case about. She was obligated to say, which I want her to get on the thing and lie under oath. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She felt betrayed. She spoke her truth eventually, and it is what it is. But I think, honestly, with that Gayle King interview, I thought that was really jacked up, because I'm pretty sure they had already looked over anything she was going to be asked. And I'm pretty sure, and like she said, she did not know that she was going to be asked that question. However, I feel like if they had an inkling that that might come about, they should have already had something in the locked in the brain as to a decent response of, you know, how to respond to that. Because the way she responded, we automatically knew, girl, you just lied. But okay, we're gonna roll with it because that's what you said, but we're gonna roll with it. But we know the way you responded, you definitely didn't tell the full truth. But ultimately, it was no one's business, any sexual history that she had with this guy. I just thought it was crazy how everybody was more so pushing, and I know it was the lawyers, I know it was the media, because that's what they do when they're trying to win a case. They're trying to say, no, don't look over here at this, look over here at this. She's a liar, so she could be lying about him shooting at her. She could be lying about this. How would she know? That's what they're supposed to do. That's their job. They're being paid good money to defend Tory. But all in all, I thought it was very ugly how everyone was just throwing tomatoes at her. But overall, she pushed through. She made it through. It's not something that's gonna die down, as we know. Him taunting her like a punk, that was jacked up. I mean, who does that? You're a grown man. And there was a lot of guys, celebrities, doing, you know, just kind of like, oh, I support him. Yeah, support him because that's your friend. Okay, we got it. But for me, I'm not that kind of friend. If you wrong, I'm gonna let you know you're wrong. If you wrong, period, point blank. That's just how I move. Obviously, other people ain't the same way. They gonna roll with you whether you're wrong or right, and know you be just as wrong as you want to be. I do wish that we would have got some insight as to what happened with her and Party, because that was a part of moving into the Cobra season. But I guess they kind of cut the documentary like right there as she's moving on into doing Cobra, which, as I was commentating about that, I was like, girl, like, I love the visuals. It was really great, but I personally do not like snakes. So it was very hard for me to watch that video. It's very hard for me to watch anything with her ripping anything as far as her skin and all this stuff, and the snake, and I hated it, but not because of her. It was because I just personally don't like snakes. I hate it. But I thoroughly enjoyed watching that. I wish more celebrities would get back to doing documentaries. We used to get those a long time ago. I am 35, y'all. We used to get documentaries all the time about celebrities, and you get the background about their day in the life and stuff like that. I love a good documentary. This was awesome. Just 10s across the board. So if you have not seen it, sorry, this is a spoiler. Go ahead, go watch it. It's really great. But yeah, thank you for watching this. I hate that I'm gonna have to delete those other videos. They were really cool. But yeah, so I will be back with more videos, y'all. Let me know what you thought about the documentary. And yeah, thank you for watching, and bye, y'all.